Welcome back, guys, to another Train Sim 2016 video. This day we are in the Class 801 and we're doing a run down to King's Cross and then up to Stevenage. So, good morning, driver. Following a delay whilst preparing the train, you are now running slightly late. You need to proceed to King's Cross as quickly as possible. Your due departure time of 0550. Okay. That's the first time for everything. So this is... no, I lie. It's not the first time. It's probably about the second time I think I've ever driven the 801. Or the IEP, as I still want to call it. Not a big fan of it, the whole project, if I'm honest. Mainly because it's getting rid of the Class 91s. Well, most of them. And they are by far my favourite loco. And Mark IV's my favourite stock on the UK network. But progress is progress. I'm sure people whinged when the HSEs took over from the Deltics. I'll whinge when this takes over from the 91s. I mean, it's not, to be fair, I don't mind the cab. It's not that drab Bombardier grey that they all seem to be. The black's quite nice. You can tell it's really Hitachi. It's just like the Javelin. Very, very similar. I wish DTG had done something with these though. No image expected here with the CCTV images. It would have been nice just to have something, or at least that comes on when you stop the train and when you're moving they're black. Because in real life when they pull away from the station they just go black. Oh, I'm already not liking this throttle. Let me see what I'm doing here. Pretty rapid. So what have we got? Lights. Got heating. Cooling, HVAC stuff. Desk illumination. I've got reading light as well, but yeah, I can see that coming on. A dim mode as well, so we've got they've used the old ATP speedo, they've used in basically everything, so it means it's got the crack over the buttons and stuff. It'd have been nice to see them put at least just a cleaner texture of that on. Would have been nice. Over this side, sander, train wash. I'm guessing that is your speed set for the train wash. So that's going to be a nose cone openings, couple buttons, DRO which seems to work, TPWS, oh sorry, the dreaded Hornsey, train fault acknowledged, DSD override. Do we have DSD? Oh, I'll try and put it on. No, control D. Oh, I'm getting a little weird yellow light there when I do control D. Okay, we'll see how that goes. We've got 60. I should really be keeping an eye on that so we are on time. Jeez, yeah, it's rapid. I'm sure those physics will get a bit of a change come release. I think Virgin Trains have called it the Azuma, which means east in Japanese. I'm pretty reliably informed. Just having a look around the cab over there. Wipers, GSMR handsets, and probably PA handsets. Emergency brake. Oh, nice little cup holder for your second man there. Or your traction inspector, or your driver manager. Spitting his team and he's not looking. Only if he's an arse though. So I was going to get some outside shots as we're going around here, but since I've just think I've put the DSD on, I don't know if you can see it though, if we just look here, do control D. So I'm guessing there'd be a light if it was isolated. So let's turn the light off and see what happens. Get a chance to test it, I wouldn't think, until we're on our way up to Stevenage. There's no signal button that works. The driver guard bell. What are these? Line volts, vacuum circuit breaker, ADD, and safety system. So be ready with us. CCTV event. I don't know if the ADD's modelled in this. Lots of nice screens. ETCS, the European Traffic Control Scheme. Probably wrong there. ETCS. No idea. Oh, we do have the SD and it's on the key button. Oh, are the brakes as good as the... brakes are not as good as the acceleration, as I've just found out stupidly by not watching the HUD. So it's got brake minimum. We've got like variable positioning till max. Okay. Oh, minus 66 points. I forgot this is a career scenario. Oh, now you're going to be able to score how bad a driver I really am. No max speed warning up there. It's in theory capable of 140, but of course being British they'll be limited to 125. We do have the blind, do we? Yeah, we do have a blind. It's quite nice in the dark if I could dim that screen. It's very bright. And I've done it again, not looked at the... That's not the emergency brake setting. It's just max. Learn this lesson, kids. Never drive a train for the second time on a YouTube video. Because I've no idea how to edit videos at all. I have to kind of do it all in one take. So that's why these videos are a bit raw. I quite like them that way. All these well pruned ones are a bit... They're nice, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, people like PTG put so much time and effort into their videos and they're amazing to watch. I forgot we were on a slope again. But like, Matt Pedalson's videos are usually pretty... They're sort of as you see them. There's no pre-running them. I think he does pre-run quite a few of the scenarios just to check they're not absolute rubbish. But most of the time he just jumps straight in. And you see the good bits. See the good bits. Sort of the picture of things to come. I wonder if anybody's done the Azuma repaint of these yet. I'll have a look, but if you do know, just put it down in the comments for me. I'll add it and maybe do another couple of scenarios with this. I don't know how many of you watched the BBC train spotting series, but one of the guy, the presenters on there, got to go on the Azuma going into Paddington. It's just, I don't know. I think I just don't like it because it's change and new, if I'm honest. But I think only the first few are being built in Japan, and then the rest are all being built. Is it? Oh, where is it? Newton Aycliffe, Newton Aycliffe, or something. God knows how you pronounce it, and if I'm even remembering that correct. I know Hitachi are doing quite a lot up there, and I've got a sneaky suspicion these are going to be depoted, especially the East Coast ones. But I think even and some of the West Coast ones will be North Pole depot. Which would be nice since that's not been used since Eurostar left. Right, let's get that back into neutral. Turn the headlights off. Switch cabs. Headlights. So we probably want dimmed. Yeah, that works. Works a day. So the butch outside while we're waiting, 'cause it looks like we've got quite a bit of time here. See what it kind of looks like. And it isn't the worst looking train in the world, is it? One thing I don't like about them is the fact that the doors are the sliding type, not the plug type. So it sort of ruins the body lines a bit. And I know it's for speed and dwell times at stations and stuff, but is it really that much of an issue on the East Coast main line? 91s manage it quite well. It's not bad. Quite like this end. I don't know how many of them are going to stay like this, but I think a train with power cars to me just screams normal. TGV, 91, Eurostars, all have power cars. This distributed traction malarkey is not my cup of tea. It is quite nice. Yeah. Let's have a little look in this bit. Have they modelled anything in here? Interiors, yeah. I know this is only sort of a mock-up, sort of a it might happen sort of thing. This is what it could look like. I suppose, yeah. It's growing on me, put it that way. Do the cab view being a little bit further back, I reckon. Might have a little change of the FOV, see if that makes it any easier. It's got one of these very German. I think actually the Voyagers have these as well, and the Meridians. It's their braking gauges. I think some of the Zeros do it as well, if I'm not mistaken. So if I take some brake off. Right, so maximum braking is about 70%. Okay. I think once we leave here, we're straight up to Stevenage, so we're getting a signal bell. Nope. Help put the reverser forward. sounds aren't the best, but I suppose it's quite hard to do with a train that isn't, wasn't around when they first put this into the game. It is now. I think there's a couple about. I saw one on the East Coast Main Line a few months ago, and I think they've now even got the bi-mode version out on the Great Western Main Line, which is quite cool. I like the little AWS sunflower as an LED. That's actually a little cool. Quite like that. Still getting used to it a little bit. There's quite a delay from pressing the A and the D key from the handle moving. The animation I think is quite slow. So you can't just sort of tap it out of. If you tap it, it just does that. So you have to sort of hold it a bit. So we've now got a green, which is nice. 365s as well, I think they'll be changing over as well soon. Is it the 8300s or something they've been replaced with, or is that the ones in Scotland? I can never remember. I'll be sad to see them go. They've been bloody good workhorse, they have. And again, Alan, what are you doing? To 90. Oh, sorry, 80 now. Oh, that'd have been silly. Oh, the little green light comes on at speed limit, I like that. I'm surprised it doesn't have some sort of speed set. I wonder if they've sort of done away with that. Just a bounce green. Oh, well, Hornsey. Have a look at this side of the cab, shall we, for a second? It's a bit like this thing is rocket powered. So the screen's just really bright. Oh. Woohoo! 5 mile an hour more. Not much of a risk of the DSD going off with this thing because you can't leave it at a power setting at all. And even in 1 notch of power, that's us still accelerating on a gradient. So it's 115. Still a bit much, isn't it? 1 notch power, still accelerated at 115. I suppose it's how the notches work, I suppose. I like the TPWS in this, it sort of tells you what it is, where you have gone wrong. So you've got SPAD, overspeed, AWS, temporary isolation, fault, train stop override. Which is quite cool. Noisy. don't know if the TPWS is modelled well enough in game for this to actually work. I suppose we'll know why you've set it off. A bit of wobble about it as well. So I get to like it. It keeps you on your toes driving it, but it's a bit boring. Backfield. Those sidings there are what I think are for the 313s. Stable up overnight. There's a carriage washer there as well, I think. It's after the viaduct that we get 125. We get 4 miles, I think, 4 or 5 miles at 125. World's most boring horn. another go. Yep. It's pretty plain. No B key. And then we get the you want to go up to 125 and you start getting yellows. It's got to be controlled approach. 3 miles away as possible. Still double yellow. I'm literally just coasting now. It's going to be controlled approach. No, that's a single yellow. Looks like a single yellow again. I'm going to have to look up how controlled approach works, because I think that's what this might be. Oh no, that's definitely a red. And I've tripped the TPWS. Even though it's gone green. How fun. Is it going to let me reset it quickly though? Yes. That's my own fault. So it wasn't controlled approach. There was something ahead of us. Good God, it's rapid from the get-go. If it is this fast, you're going to be pinning your seats in it. we'll stop at the 8 marker for a giggle. Right, well that was an appallingly driven run, but as I said, second time using the 801. All in all, will I use it again? Probably. And find a half decent scenario with it. Oh, when did I do that? Oh, it's quite well animated. Yeah, probably use it again. I'll look for a good half decent reskin. Would be quite good. Alright, well, thank you very much, guys. Might be a break in videos for a couple of days, but then I'll put some more back up. There's plenty to keep you going after today anyway. Thank you ever so much, and again, any comments, please leave them below. Criticism, good or bad, I don't mind. Only starting out with this thing, so thumbs up helps, comments help. Cheers guys, bye bye.